I do it for the thrills.
All right. What's good, everyone? Welcome to the third episode of the favorite podcast of all the aspiring entrepreneurs, the Beardless Lad audio experience. As mentioned in the last podcast, I have a guest on my show today. You all will get to know about how a guy from Bangladesh grinded all these years to master his magic skills and paved his own path to America's Got Talent. Not only that, you will also know about the entrepreneurial journey from my incredible conversation with Farhanul Islam, aka sexybrownmagic. Before you all listen to the main attraction of this week's episode, I should inform you that no questions were sent out from the listeners from last week, hence there is no free goodies. This means this week there is no winners. Hopefully, after listening to this week's episode, you guys would build your urge to start your own business and send me questions about building your brand. And win a free unreleased merch from my new clothing line, Wears by the Beardless Lad. So, let's not take up any more time. Let's get into this week's episode. Hey, listen, are you an entrepreneur or a content creator? If yes, and you don't have a podcast, you are missing out on a lot of opportunities. With Anchor, it becomes really easy to start on your own. If you haven't heard of Anchor, it's the easiest way to start a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's a creation tool that allows you to edit and record right from your phone. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you don't have to. And you can reach your audience on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's literally everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hello, how's it going, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, brother. Thanks for asking. It's such a pleasure of me for having you on my show today. How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling good. It's my first podcast, so why not? I feel good.
Great. You're excited. I can feel it. So, bro, it's great honor for me to have you on my show today and let my audience know about your journey of magic and also entrepreneurship. Yes, bro.
Thank you, man.
So, how long have you been in Canada?
I came to Canada in December 26th, as far as I remember, 2011.
2011. Wow. So 9 years now.
Almost 9 years, yeah.
Yeah. So what university are you in?
I used to go
to university, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done with university. I run a business and I do magic. So I used to go to Concordia, John Molson School of Business.
All right. That's a great school. I heard about it. So, how do you like Canada?
I actually love this. Finish it.
Compared to Bangladesh.
I love Canada. I love Montreal in general. And I like new countries. I like new experiences, So Bangladesh is also amazing.
Of course.
It's home, But yeah, Canada is also amazing.
Right, exactly. So, brother, I remember the last show that I have watched. Do you remember the 2016 Physics Olympiad?
I do remember. The show was a blast.
Yeah, it was a blast. I had a performance as well. I had an acting performance. That was my last acting performance, actually.
Amazing.
Yeah,
it was actually funny. I remember it was funny.
Yeah, thank you. So, brother, I wanted to ask you, how long have you been doing magic for?
I've been doing magic, I could say almost 15 years now.
15 years?
Yeah, professionally, over 10 years.
Okay,
that's
over
it.
10 years. So
Yeah.
that's amazing. Who was your biggest inspiration, for doing magic?
So my biggest inspiration was David Blaine. So his TV show was to come to Bangladesh. It was called Street Magic.
Okay.
So I saw it. So I got so inspired by it and actually got to meet him a few years back. He was a full cycle of life connecting, So it was a very good experience.
Yeah, I understand. It's such a great honor to meet with your
idol.
Idol, yeah. Right. So, is magic an expensive hobby in general?
It depends on what kind of magician you are. So if you're like going pro, obviously you have your set of skills. But as you're becoming better and better, as you're becoming more and more professional, you might have to spend a little bit of money to make yourself look unique compared to other people who does it as a hobby. So I wouldn't say it's that expensive, but it depends on your style, you know. So if you want to really stand out, you actually have to invest a little bit, you know. That's it.
Yeah, interesting. So when you say like what kind of magician I am, how many types of magicians are there, and how many types of magics like do you perform?
Oh, I perform like 3-4 kinds. So there's like there's stage magicians, there are close-up magicians. Then there are people who read minds, like mentalism. There are hypnotists, you know. So there are different kinds.
Awesome.
Plus, sorry for that. Plus,
hope that's not Corona.
Yeah, no, that's not Corona. Thank God. So besides that, if you realize something, some magicians are comedy magicians. Some magicians keep a vibe of looking scary and stuff. So those are the different kinds of magic. You know, like I wouldn't do anything. Like most of my tricks are has comedy factor in it. Like I wouldn't do that serious of magic, but the reaction is amazing. So you get to laugh and you also get to react crazy, you know. So that's it.
Right. And like, where did you get that stage name of yours from? Sexy Brown.
Oh, that stage name has a lot of stories. Okay, so that was not my stage name throughout. My original stage name was Magic Man for Hanul. Yeah, that was so complicated. Then what used to happen was, so I came to Canada. I did a TV show for CUTV.
Wow.
So that show did not do that bad. It was good enough for a community TV show. However, I was getting like messages from different countries all the time saying black magic in my Facebook. That time there was no Instagram. So I got spammed so much. I got so pissed that's why I came up with a name called Brown Magic. Just to like have the whole image out so that my religion and all that stuff doesn't come in front. Yeah. So I'm just a individual. It has nothing to do with anything else, you know? So that's how the name came, Brown Magic. Just to make it funnier, I was young. I put Sexy Brown Magic. In the end, now everybody in my show goes Sexy Brown Magic. So I feel like a little bit of a rock star doing magic. But
yeah. Your magic is sexy indeed, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
So, like, what's the minimum amount one should acquire to start practicing magic? To buy the kit and other stuff? So
I would say before using kits, I would say literally like practice with like simple tricks you can find online. See how much you like it, because every art needs like a lot of passion in it, and the passion comes with practice. And so it's basically the whole idea is, let me break it down for you. Imagine if I do a trick once, and if I do the same trick 10,000 times, me doing it after 10,000 times is going to be so much polished and better than me doing it once, you know?
Right.
So it depends on what you want to reach, you know? It depends on how much passion you have. Like I might want to play guitar, but I might not be that passionate about music, in playing music. So same way for magic, I might have a lot of passion. So follow something that actually you're passionate about.
All right, brother. That's a great advice. You have been performing a lot, right, in the last few years?
I've been performing a lot for the last 9 years, actually. A lot.
Last 9 years, wow. So, like, did the virus affect your shows that were on the pipeline?
Exactly. Yeah, this year, actually, like, I had some big gigs that I had to do. So there was this one festival that I was supposed to go and perform in. You know, it's called Lightning in a Bottle. It was a festival I actually wanted to go to for the music and the culture. However, this year, actually, I got a contract. And the next few days after, I see the festival got cancelled itself. We were just in the last minute to confirm that deal, you know? So there are many other shows. That was the gig I really wanted to do this year. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's sad, man. Yeah. But, like, what can you do, right?
That's it. You appreciate
Hope everything gets better.
It will get better, you know? Just be patient. That's it. Life is not that short.
I'm hopeful. Yeah.
Me too.
So, brother, like, how glamorous of a career is it in magic?
So it depends on what you make it out of it. Let me make it easier for you. Like I come from Bangladesh, and you know me for a few years now. So think about it like this: like the places I can enter now, I would not be able to do it if I wasn't doing magic. Now, you have to understand something. There are two categories of magicians. Like me just doing a trick to you, and me giving you a real experience that you're gonna take it for a lifetime. Like you had a moment that nobody can take it away from you. You know. So it depends on who you are. So if I have to say it, like 10, 11 years back, I did magic. They were cool, but they're not that great. If I think about it now, it was not that
Yeah.
great. So the places I can enter now with magic, I would have not been able to enter with it like 10, 11 years back. You understand my point? So it depends on what you make out of it.
That's my path. That's like my way to go about anything too, brother. Like, I understand that I'm just starting out my podcast now, and these episodes, like when I go about 100 and 200 episodes and look back to these episodes, this will be like, whoa, that's it.
That's it. Nothing. So I'm happy to be part of it.
But like the start that I did, that's gonna make some impact. That's gonna help me go to the 100 and 200.
So I'm happy for the greatness this gonna bring you. You know. So let's start. Let's appreciate the greatness that's gonna happen soon.
Right. Thanks, brother. Thank you.
No problem,
so much.
man. You got this.
So like sexy brown magic.
Sexy brown
magic. Why is magic so important to you? Like, is this the only thing you were passionate about growing up?
No, me. I like music. I like dancing. I like anything to do with art. I tried drawing.
Diversity, yeah.
I like art, drawing, and everything like that. But magic like stood out for me. Because the whole idea is the reaction I get from people was so amazing, and it literally gave me that extra confidence that I needed. And I've been doing magic for so many years. Like, I've been so young when I started it, that if you take magic away from me, I wouldn't have that much things to talk to you about or entertain you about. But this was totally my life, you know. Like, it's saying Eminem to not to rap and to like cook, you know. Like, Eminem wouldn't be able to cook for you. Like, not the same way the way he raps, you know. So if you take rapping away from him, there is nothing else to offer. You understand? So for me, it was so young I started it. It was so much. It's like in my blood now. So like I can't think anything outside that, you know.
And it worked out well, man.
It worked out. There is still greatness coming soon. So let's wait for the greatness, you know.
Of course.
I'm positive.
Brother,
so
I'm waiting for it.
Let's hope for the best.
Right, brother. And you went to Got Talent, brother, right?
Yeah, I went twice and I failed twice actually. There's a lot of stories inside that also if you want to know.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So the whole idea of America's Got Talent, the way it works, if you're not American or if you don't have a work permit, you can't make it to the show, to the final rounds, because there is monetary value added to that. Okay?
Really?
Exact. So you have to be like
That's insane.
Exactly. So you have to be an American, or you have to have an American work visa to perform in America's Got Talent. Okay? So do you wanna know? Do you wanna know both the years what happened, or do you wanna know just?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So first year I went to America's Got Talent. I was very, very excited, and I had anything that I do normally very, very well. I did that would like make people go, what the fuck? So actually I had to wait from the morning. So I was in New York. It was in Queens College in New York. Okay, the first audition. So I didn't know how it worked. I just signed up a paper. I did not do that much research. It was my first time, you know. I just went for the experience.
Yeah, so no experience. You just
zero. Yeah. Nobody told me how it works and everything.
Okay.
And all that. Yeah. So I went there. So I was there at 10. So there was like a lot of people, like 6,000-7,000 people. Or 20,000 people. I would say 20,000 people.
Wow, that's a huge
crowd.
Crowd.
So we moved from one room to another room. Then it decreased from 7,000 to 4,000. Then 4,000 room to a 2,000 people room. Then from there, 2,000 people room to 200 people room. Then from there to 20 people room. Then we moved to the main like audition, but there was not the main producers there. So the way the show works, there's like low level producers there. So they asked 10 people to show their work. So I also showed. They were so impressed. So they said, everybody go outside. And Sexy Brown Magic, the judge called you inside, you know. So it was supposed to be just a 90 seconds performance. So I didn't know, okay? So I did not have many other things prepared because it was on the moment. You know, I thought that it would just be 90 seconds and they'll call me after, you know, because I had no idea. You know, so I go there. I didn't have any other things planned because I went from Canada and I literally reached the day before. You know, so then then they said, we're going to let you know by March, but she showed a lot of interest, okay? So I was very happy that this already happened. I got like confirmation from someone. Then it did not work out. It's fine because I did a card trick. Okay, they were not looking for card tricks. That's what I heard from my magician friends now. So so next year what I did was I do a killer trick in my show that I get a standing ovation for normally. So it was a video that was going like has a lot of videos in my views in my Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so I go there.
Was that on TV? Was your performance on TV?
No, that was not on TV because we are not in the main audition. This is a pre-audition.
Okay, yeah.
So the next year I go back again. I got confidence because I don't like giving up, you know. So I had it. I went. So now I'm getting to know more information that I cannot make it to the show and stuff like that. You have to understand. I know more than what I know last year. Okay. So this time I took even a killer trick that I made for the show. So then at the end, I went to that judge's room, the main judge. Then he said, "Oh, you should go to another judge room. This is the main executive producers." So in that room, it's like a real AGT stage kind of feel. They have the lights, camera, and everything. And I showed them the trick, and I told them and everything. And they told me to wait outside, and they did a live interview of me in front of the camera with someone. So I was very, very positive, you know, like I'm gonna make it this year, you know. But you have to realize then after that, this time they told me you're gonna know this by February. Last year they used to say you're gonna know it by March, you know. So it means I have a chance to make it to the show. Then I came back, I did not get any call, but I was just taking a 1-year break. So I was happy that I made from one room to the second room. The next time I go, it will be the show, hopefully. So I'm prepared. So I did not go for last year. I didn't go the last 2 years. And I'm going to go again soon. I'm getting something ready, which is going to be more of a blast than the last 2 times I went. That's the story, brother. That's the story.
Yeah, man. So, like, do you have any date in mind? Like, when is the audition?
Oh, this year it's going to be in November and all. But this year I'm going to try to a few other shows. I'm going to try in Asians Got Talent, British Got Talent. So I'm going to try in different shows this year. So this quarantine made me realize, let's hit the jackpot before it's too late.
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
That's what hit me too. Like, that's why I started the podcast.
You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing.
I was not planning anything.
That's it. No, you're doing amazing. That's it. Life is not that short, but it's short enough, you know?
Right, brother. Thank you. Thanks for the appreciation, brother. Now, let's talk about entrepreneurship.
Perfect.
Let's enlighten my audience with your take on entrepreneurship. First of all, like, would you like to call yourself a magician, an entrepreneur, or both?
I'm an entrepreneur by the day. I'm a magician by the night.
That's a fantastic answer.
It.
Wow. Yeah. So would you call magic your side hustle?
At this moment, I would say it's my side hustle. It's my passion that I'm living. It's my happiness.
Yeah.
And the other one is also my happiness. But this is something has been stuck with me for so long, and this gives me entry to places that normal people would not get entry. So there are places I went in my life which I did not believe that I made it there. It's just because I do magic. That's it.
Yeah, being a magician has its
if you're a good magician, which I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
I guess.
Exactly. So, like, what's your biggest identity though? Like, what do you like to position yourself in front of someone new?
For someone new, I think generally in most cases, if someone meets me, my friend or someone tells them that I'm a magician, you know? So that's what, because I think that's my more bigger identity. Then I run a company, so my students know that I teach. Then later they find out that I do magic. That's why my company is called Magic A Tutoring.
Magic A.
That's it, you know. So that's it. I would say, like, tell me.
Would you mention the website for my audience?
Yeah, magicatutoring.com.
Okay, thank you. That's great. So, like, how many businesses do you own?
I own one at this moment. I was working on some other. It did not work, but this is my main business that I run, the tutorial company. So we help university students get better grades. And so I teach 8 classes. So it's like crash courses. So any classes that you generally fail at university, you come to me. I make it as easy as possible for you, with passion, with like a more fun way of learning, gaining knowledge. Plus, I also get hired by universities like Ryerson, like tutorial companies there, to give classes for those also.
Wow, that's great. That's awesome. So, like, were you planning to start this exact business when you were young?
I started my company when I was 21 years old.
Okay, so, like, you have been teaching.
Yeah, so if you want to know the story, I can tell you how it started. I can give you some advice on the way.
Yes, sir.
So, when I came to Canada, I was teaching some students here in my second semester. I was 19 years old, 18, 19. So now, then back in the days, there used to be some tutorial companies there. So one of the companies hired me. So I worked there for 2 years. So
how much were you getting
paid $20 an hour.
Yeah. Okay, that's
so for teaching, and I was very passionate about teaching. So students were booking me. If somebody's to come to me for once, they used to book me for the whole 4 months, like the whole 4 semester, 4 months. So I was teaching there. Plus, I was supposed to teach from 12 in the morning till 8 at night. Then I used to study in the library from 12 at night till 5 in the morning. Then I used to sleep, but I did not work every day. I piled my work into 3-4 days, and I used to pile my classes into 2 days. So basically, in 3.5 years of my degree, I was in the library for almost 3 years every night. So
Wow.
because I did that, because for me studying, I used to do a lot of research while studying, because I was teaching at the same time.
Yeah.
So then after 2 years, I was thinking to myself, so because I'm graduating in 6 months, I was like, what if I give it a shot at running a business? Okay, I give a shot at running a business. I have 6 months left.
Yes.
If I don't leave the company now, I would never know this, because once I graduate, I'll have so much pressure in me to get a job in something like that, you know? So by the end of 2 years, I told them that I'm not going to work. My dad was starting a company and stuff like that in Canada, so I had to give an excuse. And I left the company, you know, but I did not have a better excuse to give them. But I was like, how long can I work for someone? Anyways, I have so much demand outside. So then before 6 months before graduating, I started my company. My roommate helped me build my website and everything. So I used to rent the library rooms where there were boards and tables, chairs, you know. So I started like that. So I was teaching like that inside those library rooms, and they were for free because I was a student, so I could rent them for free. So the library had like a lot of rooms where 12 people can sit with whiteboards and markers, you know. So it's amazing. So then after 4 months of my business, I teamed up with a tutor, another tutoring company, to do one of my classes, which is my biggest class. It's called Critical Thinking. So I was very famous for that class. I'm still big for that. So for that, it's called Come to 10. So in the midterm, 150 people showed up, and the students did so good in the final. 280 people showed up for that class. So that's when I knew that this is what I wanted to do, and this is a real profession, real company I can run. You know, and then I got my office and everything properly. So I just increased scale every single year. That's it. Now I'm at a stable stage. That's it. And I love teaching, so I never gave my quality down. So whatever I did, I made sure the quality was top notch. I did that because I take my work as my religion. Same with my magic. People take so many other things, but your work should be a religion. Whatever you're working for, or whoever is paying you, should be really, really loyal to that. You know, that's what I believe in, and that really works. You know, and the best advice I'd give, if you really want to be an entrepreneur, calculate your risk. You know, like the risk I calculated was I have 6 months to graduate. If this business doesn't work, after 6 months I can apply to jobs. You understand my point?
Yeah, you have
exactly. So like for entrepreneurs, the best advice would be an entrepreneur in things you are mastering or you're good at, and make sure you calculate your risk well. Like give yourself a time frame. Don't cross the time frame. That's it. And if it works, if it's in you, it's in you. If it's supposed to work, it will work, and hard work pays off. You know, that's it.
That's amazing. That's an amazing advice, brother. So are you planning to make this coaching company bigger?
At this moment, no. At this moment, I'm taking risk. I'm really staying stable. I'm trying to give myself more time, because I've been teaching for so long. Because I started when I was 21. I'm 27 now. You know, so I'm trying to give myself more break. But however, I'm trying to go really big in magic this next 1-2 years. Okay, like a lot of things I did not do. This quarantine made me realize that I should hustle a little bit more. You know, that's it.
This quarantine has been opening eyes.
It's a very reflective zone. You know, when people are patient and people has a lot of time, they can reflect on a lot of things they're doing wrong, because people are busy. You know, everybody has their own vibes happening. You know, everybody's literally in their own world. You know, everybody's busy. So so this gave them a time to think.
Yes, bro. Yes, that's what happened. So now, let's combine magic and entrepreneurship. For instance, my audience is telling me to show me the money. So let's talk about that. If I'm not wrong, the money's in the show.
No, the money's in both. It's all about. Remember something. It's not the profession that makes you money. It's you who makes the money out of that profession. So if imagine you studied history, there might not be that many history jobs, but you're the best historian out there. You still have the job. You're in National Geography making that $1 million. You understand? So whatever you're doing, make sure you're the best at it. Even if it's cooking, you go to MasterChef. You win MasterChef. That's it. You make the money. Keep in mind, okay? You make the money. That's it. Simple as that.
Brother. So I'm just trying to say as a new magician, as a new beginner, you need to put yourself out.
You need to practice a lot. You need to perform a lot. Only way to be a good magician is to perform a lot. Be shameless. Just perform. Still now, till date,
Exactly.
I perform. Wherever I go, I perform, because that's the only way my work's gonna go. Keep in mind, I'm not performing, I'm not practicing just for today. I'm performing for that big stage I'm gonna go where I want to nail it.
Right.
That's it. So though you practice now, it doesn't matter. This crowd are not judging you. But in the main stage, so that you nail it super well, that's why you perform. That's why you practice. It doesn't matter. People are gonna say shit. People say shit no matter what. So you're gonna meet people. They're like,
Right,
oh, why do magic? I meet a lot of people. Then I meet 99% of the people who loves it. Then 1-2% will be like, why do you do so much? But that's their vibe, They might be having some different vibe. That's
cares,
it. Do your shit. Don't listen to the words. Listen to the vibe. That's it.
Exactly. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Yeah, brother. So, like, as a new magician, like, say you know some tricks, you think you're good, and you are trying to put yourself out there in front of people. And so, in that case, how would you
So I'll give you an example. Okay, so the best way to perform, like when I started young, is to show magic to more and more people. This is our starter magician. This is like basically wherever you go, you show magic. So the word has to be out there that you do magic. Like my cousin does magic. Exactly. So you have to realize something. Your biggest network is your family, then your friends.
Yeah.
So if there's school event, you perform at school events. If you're going to a school or college, you should be performing there in every drama festival. Any event, you should be showing magic to your friends. So they're going to get your name out there. But if you realize something, when you just started, they're not going to hire you because you're not the greatest of magicians.
Right.
Then slowly when your name goes out there, because I feel like my first big break, I got after what? Like I did shows, people knew me, but I got my first big break after 5-6 years of doing magic. Like at that level, like if they know me in Bangladesh, is after so many years of work. Now they know me because I've been doing magic for so many years, like now I'm at a different stage in my work, So that's the only way. There are websites and stuff where you can go to event planners and stuff who can actually hire you. But keep in mind, it's you who gives it all, and magic can be a tough industry depending on your networks, So initially it's tough, but once your network is there, you could get there, get out and get your name out there.
So no matter what, keep hustling.
That's it. That's the answer to every single life problem. If you're trying to achieve something that's materialistic, keep hustling. There is no, but better should be an honest hustle. Some people take shortcut. There is no shortcut to success. You give your hard work. The worst thing people doesn't realize, when they put the hard work, they want the result right away.
Right away, but it's not the results. Right away.
Exactly. So when my business succeeded, that's what I felt. Like when my business succeeded, I knew I was in the library for 3 years every single night. So that was like the point where all that hard work paid off in one shot. It was just for that moment. You understand? That's it. That happens to everybody.
One single decision.
Exactly.
Can change
that's
life.
It. There's nothing over consistency. That's it. You have to be consistent.
Right. Let's talk a bit about money, bro. Like, for a beginner, what can someone expect for their first ever
magic? I don't know. I would say like it depends on them. Like $50 if they're working in a restaurant. They get meal plus $40. Because I remember when I initially came to Canada, I did not know the market that well. So for me, even $1 was amazing, So they paid me $40 plus they gave me, no, not $40. They gave me like $60 plus they gave me the meal for the dinner. This is like I'm talking about when I was 19 years old. I just came to Canada.
Okay.
And then there was a first show I did was $100 in Canada. No, show before that was $40. Then I did a show for $100. That was for the community. But those were just a way to get my name out there. People know me in Bangladesh. They don't know me in Canada.
Yes.
So I was just performing, but I still got paid. For me, that was a big money. $100 was big when I just came to Canada, At that time. So,
Yes. Yeah.
It was crazy. Then I did a lot of shows. I did a lot of shows actually after that. So you can expect range. I would say like start low, $40 so you get your name out there. Then you can go up to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. That's it.
All right. Yeah. Great. That's awesome. Like you've been to a lot.
Yeah, I've done like few number of TV shows. I've been appeared on few TV shows in Bangladesh, in Canada. Yeah. Were any of those a paid?
No,
TV shows mostly. The ones I've done, the first one was. The second two wasn't
Yeah.
paid appearance, because they were like more like interviews. So that's why.
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
That's it. The first one was.
I-
The first one was.
That's okay. So, like, do you think magicians should try to go for TV for building their brand, or do you think
There
social
are
media is more
actually
big enough
magicians
right
that
now?
made it big from social media. So I would say whatever way you can make
Yeah,
it
like,
big, just make it big.
Julius Dean, right?
There's a lot of magicians I know actually. Like, social media actually changed the way magicians think. The whole game, exactly.
The whole
Like this
game,
is something
the
I'm trying to
entire
get into, but I find like I'm more comfortable on TV than on social media, because I have to do all the work myself in TV. I'm just the
Yes, I
product.
get it. Yeah, get it.
That's it.
hmm So, like, can you name someone who built their
Yeah, there is a
entire brand on
magician
social
called
media?
Rick
Some
Lax. There
magician-
is a magician named Chris Ramsey. Julius Dean, but
Julius
Julius Dean, a magician. I don't know. I wouldn't rate him that high as a magician, but he's trying to become better. But he works amazing because there's some
okay.
kind of it's fine. Like I don't want to talk shit about someone, but he's actually like, he actually works hard from what I heard from people. Then there's Chris Ramsey. He does puzzle also.
Yes,
So they're all really good magicians, and they're actually build their brand through social media.
yes.
Julius, there's a lot more. There's so many more also. I just don't remember the name. But just because I remember these names means they did a big impact. That's it. Other ones also I just know by
Yes,
name.
bro.
I just don't remember know by face, not the name.
So, like, people are doing it with social media. In that case, they have access to all the resources
what?
for free, right? Like, for building their brand, for putting their message out there, for like
Yeah, generally
making
like
videos,
yeah.
like such
Yeah,
as
generally like for
little
those kind of
tricks and
tricks,
stuff.
whenever you have a big social media following, you're actually getting paid for this video. Okay, so they actually get sponsored by some of the products they're reviewing on their site that they actually use. So they actually get to analyze those products in the show. So a lot. If you're a big influencer, you get a lot of things for free. So I'm sure they're big enough now. They have all their stuff. Because I have my own studio. I'm sure they all have their nicer studios here.
Okay.
Because I have my own studio and everything in my house.
Yeah.
That I could work on. That's it.
Yeah, I get it. So, like, if anything is stopping people to start and go pursue their dreams, do you think it is just their excuses, or?
So
like,
you're telling me, so
are
you want
there
to
any
know
reasons
how it
for-
works in Bangladesh or in general?
In general.
Okay.
We're gonna
In
go to
general,
Bangladesh. That's
if you
gonna
ask
be
me
really
what stops
interesting.
people from achieving their dream, is what people are gonna say. That's what the main thing in Bangladesh is.
Yeah.
That what are people gonna say if I do this? My thing is like, why do you care about people in that first case? It's your passion. So I know I've met a lot of people here while I do hypnosis. They have the same problem. I'm not talking about generally everyone. I'm talking about the people I know personally.
Okay.
So some of them also have the same problem. They're like, what are people gonna say if I do this? If I pursue a career in magic or music, So that's when I tell them, like, try it. If you don't try it, you'll never know. So that's it. That's what people's biggest problem is. They don't want, because they're all stuck in their head. What will people say? Like, they don't. But who cares what will people say? You know? Just do it. Just take a shot. If you're an artist, if you're passionate about it, you should take a shot. You should never stop your art. How long are you gonna live? You wanna live with saying, "Oh shit, I wish I tried this." That's the most stupidest thing you wanna die with.
Right. Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly, brother. And people in their 20s have the greatest advantage.
Exactly. And that's it.
People in their 20s can fail in 99.
That's it. And you can
still
succeed
be
in their
young.
one thing in the best way possible. Who cares about the fails? You are best in something.
And failing, if someone fails in 99 things, I would have
Because
a
he
lot
has
of respect for
experience.
that
He
guy.
knows many fields.
Man,
That's it.
Yes. Right, exactly.
I find the society built us in a different way.
Right.
I find like people are scared to pursue their passion sometimes. But if it's an art, because it's like a unstable career. That's why people doesn't want to take a shot at this. Thank God I have my business on that I teach and all that. But it can be a very unstable career, But people should live their passion. We need more artists, We need less capitalism and more art.
Brother.
That's it.
Yeah. So, brother, I have a lot of audience from Bangladesh in general. So, I would like you to
So I would
to pursue your dreams.
Okay. I would suggest
Tell them something.
at this moment I run a company, plus I do magic for so many years. Many of you guys might know me from my work, but I don't live in Bangladesh that much, or from my shows in Bangladesh. So only thing I would say is, if you have a passion for something, just give it all. Just give it all. Don't worry about the final goal. If you work hard, you're gonna succeed. There is no alternate to that. There is no person in this world who did not succeed after working hard. But make sure you have passion for that. Because if you don't have passion for something, you cannot put your hard work in that. This is simple as that. Don't be a donkey. Be a horse in a race, Be a donkey in a farmland where you're used normally, Don't be a horse in a farmland, So everybody has a positioning somewhere. So whatever field you're in, be that person. Like, don't be, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's it. If you're supposed to eat with your hands, don't eat with your legs, so follow whatever you're passionate about. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Don't listen to people. That's it.
And how would you suggest them to find their passion?
That's what you said. Fail in 99 things, you will know you're passionate about one thing.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Experience. Everything I do in life has been an accumulation of everything I experienced in my lifetime. Because I can teach now to a big class because I do magic. That gave me that skill. Like, my English, where I come from Bangladesh, my English wasn't the greatest, So when I used to do magic, then magic made my English look better because I used to watch myself on video and stuff like that. You understand? That's the whole point. Everything accumulates to that big stage. You're working hard, that one day it's going to come in play. That's it. You have to be patient. Never take failure as an answer.
I see, brother.
Try. People are going to put you down. Who cares? Push. Keep hustling in the right direction. Keep hustling. And my podcast has a tag on all episodes. Like, that's it.
Say I do
you should love the process. You should love the process.
That's been like...
That's it.
Yeah, the process gives me the thrills. That's what I...
Because the moment, if I ever make it to Vegas or something like that, all this work I did will get a meaning. And I'll say it that day, it worked out. But it's not far away. It's coming soon.
Exactly.
So that's the hope. Yeah,
I believe that. Of course, brother. I hope for the best. All right, brother. Before we end the episode today, what message do you have for all the aspiring entrepreneurs who are quarantined right now? What message do you have for them? Like, how should they utilize their time?
Do research as much as possible. Write down stuff in a book of what you're planning to do. What's your plan B? What's your plan C? You don't need a plan C. Keep a plan B. But do research and try to see what other people did in this field and how your idea is going to work and how you want to execute it. And try to message people. Be shameless. Message people who knows what they're in your field and see what their advice is. There is no one else who can answer you better than the person who has done it. So message them. Be shameless. There's so many kids magicians who message me in WhatsApp. There's actually a kid magician from US that messaged me yesterday who I don't even know. He just asked me for my advice on how he should proceed with his magic. He showed me some of his work. I gave him my advice, 2 lines, and he couldn't talk a lot because there's a lot of people who have to answer like that. But when I saw something he wants from me, I gave it to him. So somebody who's trying to do something great, I'm sure if you ask them, they'll also give you their proper advice. So use the knowledge base. That's it.
Yeah, we can just use the example right here, right?
That's it. Be shameless. Who cares what's gonna happen? Don't worry. That's it.
Yeah, no one cares, bro. Like,
there's nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose. But if you don't try, there's nothing to gain.
Right, brother.
That's it.
Exactly. What a great advice, brother.
No problem,
I cannot
it was my pleasure.
you enough for coming to the show and sharing your story with us all. Would you please tell my audience
everybody
subscribe to my podcast?
Subscribe to Prashant the Dave's podcast. The Beardless Lad. Beardless Lad. In which site? Beardless Lad Audio Experience. And follow his podcast.
Yeah, that's
the hard started something which is going to be great soon. And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much, brother. And with that, folks, we come to the end. Hope you liked the episode with Sexy Brown Magic. And don't forget to share the episode with your friends. And
Sexy
follow
Brown
on
Magic.
Instagram at Sexy Brown Magic.
Peace, man. Good luck.
Peace out, brother.